Munson with Munson Music, and we're going to talk about how you play a song called Burnin' Down by Jason Aldean. And this is a little weird, actually. I've listened to a live recording of him playing it, and it sounds like if you want to play along with Jason Aldean, you'll end up tuning down a half step, so kind of going to the tuners and loosening them up just a little bit to get to E flat, B flat, G flat, D flat, A flat, E flat. However, I also found a lyric video where somebody had pitch shifted this up by a whole step, and so if you wanted to follow that, actually you put a capo on first fret actually and kind of follow this lesson. We're just going to work this in standard tuning, a couple options to kind of play around with some things, and you'll hear this cool little muted guitar part. And I'm actually kind of changing this just a little bit to make it a little bit easier, but you start open G, and then open B, and then open G, open B, and then open G, open B. That's kind of your main idea, is kind of oh, 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 oh. And if you take the flat of your right hand and kind of lay it down on top of the saddle, you can get a little bit of a muted idea out of that, which can sound a little bit more like the recording. And we kind of do that idea about, well, 2 times all the way through. That oh, 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 oh. And then we go to 3rd fret on the B string, and then 2nd fret on the G string, and then we go to open G. And then we start it over again. So it's kind of this G, B, 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 D, A, G, G, B, 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 D, A. And that gets mixed up a little bit, actually. Sometimes there's some double B notes, double G notes. You may want to play around with that. And the main bass line actually starts out on the open E, and then we go to 3rd fret on the A string, and then 3rd fret on the low E string, and then the open D string. So if you want to follow just the bass line, you could have kind of an E note, to a C note, to a G note, to a D note. And randomly, you can almost kind of throw those basses in to back up that lick. Kind of the open E, C, G, and then the 3-2, and then open D, and then the open G to start it over. Which I thought was kind of a cool lick, so you may want to kind of follow that. Or you could back it up with chords, and we'd start on an E minor chord. Normally you do this 1st finger on the A 2nd fret, 2nd finger on the D 2nd fret, and if you strum all those together, oh, the sad sounds of E minor. Now you may also dig on adding in the 3rd finger on the B 3rd, pinky on the high E 3rd, kind of working that as an E minor 7 through the song. And then from the E minor we'd be going to a C major chord. I normally do this 1st finger on the B 1st fret, 2nd finger on the D 2nd fret, 3rd finger on the A 3rd fret. And if you strum the A string to the high E string, that sounds a C major chord, and it sounds really, really happy. Now you may also dig on lifting off the 1st finger, making that a C major 7, or you could add in the pinky on the B 3rd for a C major 9, kind of say some things around the C chord. Or another way to play C major 9, we'll be doing 1st finger on the D 2nd, 2nd finger on the A 3rd, 3rd finger on the B 3rd, pinky on the high E 3rd. So you kind of dig on that, so you can actually leave 3 and 4 down from the E minor change to the C chord. And then from the C we'd be going to a G major chord. And normally you do this 1st finger on the A 2nd, 2nd finger on the low E 3rd, and 3rd finger on the high E 3rd. And if you strum all those together, the beautiful sounds of G major. Now you may also dig on adding in the 3rd finger on the B 3rd, pinky on the high E 3rd, kind of working that for your G major. And then from the G we'd be going to a D major chord. And normally you do this 1st finger on the G 2nd, 2nd finger on the high E 2nd, and 3rd finger on the B string 3rd fret. And if you strum the D string to the high E string, that's beautiful sounds of D major. Now round Ds in general, it can be cool to lift the 2nd finger, always a dangerous finger to lift. That makes a D suspended 2nd. Or you could add in the pinky on the high E 3rd for D suspended chord and kind of say some things around the D that way. And through the tune, actually, there's a couple different strumming options you may want to play around with. You could work just a down idea actually on the chords, kind of the E minor, 2, 3, 4, C, G, D, E minor, C, G, kind of working kind of a 4 down idea. And I'm adding a little bit of muting to that. That would be kind of a cool, sneaky way to start it out. Or you can even double tone that and kind of work kind of an 8 down count on each chord. G, if you're really quick, that could work really well. Or one of my favorite strum patterns for a 4/4 like this is down, down, up, up, down, up. So we took the E minor and just kind of tried that just a little bit. You got down, down, up, down, 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 up, down, 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 up, down. So we tried that through our chord progression. We got E minor, C, G, I like to add to a song like this too is bass notes, and a lot of times on that first down of the down, down, up, up, down, up, you can throw a bass note in for the chord. So on the E minor you have low E for the bass, on the C you have the A for the bass, on the G you have low E for the bass, and on the D you have the D for the bass. So you kind of dig on that. So my bass down, up, down, C with an A bass, G with a low E bass, D with a D bass. Sometimes that can be cool because it kind of gives your fingers a second to get the chord and kind of lay in the bass note first. So it can be kind of a time saver too to kind of get to the chords on time. Minor bass, down, up, down, C with an A bass, G with a low E bass, D with a D bass. Or what I think it really kind of feels like through the tune is something called the 16th note strum pattern. And what I mean by that is if you're tapping your foot to the beat, right now we're dividing that beat into two parts with our down, down, up, up, down, up. And 1, 2, 1, 2, and that's called an 8th note. What a 16th note is where you divide that beat into 4 parts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And one of my favorite 16th note strum patterns is a long down, 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 up, up, down, down, up, down, up. And what I mean by that is we take the E minor and do a down for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's what you're doing on the first beat. And on the second beat, you do a down on 1, down on 3, up on 4. So we're going 1, 2, 3, 4, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up. And then on the third beat, you do a up on 2, down on 3. So we're going 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 up, down, 1 up, down, 1 up, down. And then on the last beat, you'd be going down, down, up, right along with the 1, 2, 3, 4. So down, 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 down. So all together, you got down, 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 up, down, 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 down. There's a couple ways you could kind of apply that for the song. You could just take half the pattern, just the down, 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 up, and work that on all your chords. Kind of E minor, down, down, up, C, down, down, up, G, down, down, up, D, down, down, up, E minor, down, down, up, C, down, down, up, G, down, down, up, D, down, down, up. Or you could add basses to that and make it a bass down, down, up. So you have E minor, down, down, up, C, down, down, up, G, down, down, up, D, down, down, up, E minor, down, down, up, C, down, down, up, G, down, down, up, D, down, down, up. Or you can kind of split the pattern. This is a little weird. You can do the E minor with the down, 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 up, and then go to the C for the up, down, down, up, down, up. And then go to the G for a down, 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 up. And then go to the D for a up, down, down, down. So kind of splitting the pattern between the chords. So the E minor, down, down, up, C, up, down, down, up, down, up, G, down, down, up, D, up, down, down, up, down, up, E minor, down, down, up, C, up, down, down, up, down, up, G, down, down, up, D, up, down, down, up, down, up, E minor, down, down, up, C, up, down, down, up, down, up, G, down, down, up, D, up, down, down, up, down, up. Or you could add basses to that, and you could work it off a bass, down, down, myself, if I was playing it out, I really want to play that E minor again and kind of make people clap. But that's the basics of how you can strum through "Burning It Down" by Jason Aldean. And like I said, if you're going to play along with the live cuts, it sounds like they're tuning down a half step. And if you want to play along with it, there's a random lyric video out there where you could do it as a capo one. But best of luck.